A new Division One women's tennis ranking has come out. It goes as follows. I apologize for looking down because I cannot memorize all this stuff. It's another computer rankings. Georgia, Texas A&M, Auburn, Oklahoma, Ohio State, North Carolina, Virginia, Texas, Pepperdine, USC, Arizona State, Florida, NC State, Vanderbilt, LSU, Tennessee, Michigan, Duke, UCLA, UCF, California, Washington, TCU, Clemson, and SMU are the 1 through 25. Now, the next 15, just give some clarity on receiving vote teams, would be Arizona, South Carolina, Wichita State, Wisconsin, Charlotte, Texas Tech, Miami, Florida, Stanford, Baylor, Utah, Kansas, BYU, Ole Miss, Princeton, and Yale. The next two would be Houston and Nebraska, by the way. I might as well go like what the top 8 seeds would be because there's a difference between being a top 8 seed and a top 16. Top 8, you get to potentially host first 3 rounds, assuming you win the first 2 rounds, of course, and then just top 16 is just the first 2 rounds. Like the 1 through 8 seeds would be Georgia, Ohio State, Texas A&M, Auburn, Oklahoma, North Carolina, Texas, and Virginia. Though North Carolina, Texas, and Virginia are really on fringe on not being a top 8 seed potentially. I wouldn't say that about Oklahoma though. Now 9 through 16 would be Pepperdine, USC, Arizona State. They're probably the best shot to being a top 16 seed, honestly. As long as they get to the Big 12 tournament title game, I think they're definitely a top 16 seed. I would think so. LSU, NC State, Florida, Vanderbilt, Tennessee, though Michigan, Duke, UCLA, and UCF are right there. Now, in terms of the last 4 in that are at large bids and not like league leaders, those would be Houston, Yale, Ole Miss, and BYU. The last 4 buys would be Utah, Kansas, Baylor, and Stanford. Now, the first 4 out would be Nebraska. I'm not even going to even mention Oklahoma State. They didn't even qualify for the Big 12 tournament, and even if they did, it would have to win the whole conference tournament just to make the NCAAs, and that's not going to happen. So it's Notre Dame, Maryland, technically Iowa, but they're below 500. Then if you don't include them, it's Mississippi State. Then obviously the next 4 out would be Columbia, San Diego, Rice, and technically Alabama if you're based on winning record, but if it's not, it's Arkansas. Obviously, if you win the conference tournament, if you even have one, you're automatically in NCAAs for those top 8 seeds. If you want to try to make sure you're top 8, you got to win as many matches as you can and avoid bad losses. And the majority of some of the conference tournaments are going on this week, but if it's not this week, it's next week. And I know the Ivy League does not have one. I know that. So that's just a catch-22 for the Ivy League. And if you're on the bubble, you got to hope no bid stealers. You got to try to take destiny in your own hands here and win a certain amount of matches. And then, even then, you got to hope you're going to make the NCAAs. I'm just saying. And honestly, if you want to try to be a top 16, you got to find a way to win as much as you can. Now, they will take in consideration like the strength of schedule, aka the ITA rank, the head-to-head, like how many wins against one opponent, against a certain opponent, like seriously. And then there's obviously common opponents as well. Like when you look at all the opponents on both those 2 team schedules, how many wins for what's the winning percentage, and then whoever gets that point of they own that advantage. And there's obviously the top 50 wins they will also consider as well. Another thing to consider too for the committee is for those non-hosts where they're going to get sent. They will do it based on like regional based. I'm just being honest. Like, even if TCU is not a top 16 seed, despite their ranking, they're going to probably get sent to Texas or Texas A&M, maybe even LSU or Oklahoma. It's a certain like a travel rule, like X amount of miles on travel, and they want to reduce the number of flights as much as you can. They want to in this sport, though it's not the end all be all. I know. So you guys get the point. Same thing kind of goes for SMU in a way too. Now my top 10 for Division One women's tennis goes as follows: Georgia, Auburn, Texas A&M, Oklahoma. Though you can flip flop them if you want on those two based on results recently. Then there's Ohio State, North Carolina, Virginia, Texas, Pepperdine, and USC. Outside looking in would be Arizona State, Florida, NC State, Vanderbilt, LSU, Tennessee, and Michigan. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens in some of those conference tournaments that are going on this week and the rest of the regular season matches too. Then I know I'll definitely go over the Big Ten tournament next week for men's and women's. And same thing goes for the West Coast Conference. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit the like, subscribe, and see you guys later on the road to 800 subscribers. Course ultimate goal is 1,000 more. So, my more this course like video, comment really helps YouTube background. Some more people see us, sharing the video does help as well. Some more people could watch, and if you're watching and not subscribe, hit subscribe button. It's a free notification bell as well. And granted, not every single conference team qualifies for the tournament for the conference tournament. I mean, look at the Big 12 with having 16. They're only doing the top 10 this year compared to last year when they did everybody. So that's just something to note. It could be the case for other conference tournaments. I just know in that one instance, it's not the case.